umbrella stands alone, leaning softly on its own, like someone forgot to take a piece of yesterday. They make the door still swings a little slow, like it remembers who should go, but no one moves, no one calls, just rain against the walls. And I don't ask who left it there, it feels like empty air. Umbrella left by the door means something here is no more, but nothing says it out loud, it just lingers in the cloud. Umbrella standing still and dry under a crying sky, and I just watch it disappear into here. Reflects a passing light of something just out of sight, and I can almost feel the weight of something I cannot state. The chair still knows your quiet shape, like time forgot to rearrange. It waits for something that won't come, in light that feels almost undone. The table holds a fading line of where your hands once met with mine, but now it's just an empty frame, without a voice, without a name. And I don't move it, I don't try to ask the reason why. Where you used to sit still stays, in all these drifting quiet days. Nothing changes, nothing speaks, just a memory that never leaves. Where you used to sit, I see a version that's no longer me, and I just let the silence grow in the place I know. The same old rain, but it doesn't feel the same without your shadow in the view. Everything feels slightly new, but new is just another name for everything that lost its flame. And I am sitting here instead, with words I never said. Absence is a room that never learns to bloom. Inside these soft and quiet pains, and I don't try to erase the shape you never left this place. The rain begins seems to lose its sound, like it's learning to be bound by something softer than before, like it doesn't need to pour. The world outside becomes a shade of everything it ever made, but nothing feels too loud or near. It's just here, and I don't wait for it to end. I let it just descend. When the rain learns how to be still, everything begins to feel like it doesn't need a name or a frame. When the rain forgets to fall, I don't need anything at all, just this quiet settling air everywhere. The cafe slowly fades to white between the dark and morning light, and I am left without a word, just something heard. We didn't say goodbye that day, it just as often slipped away, like rain that never makes a sound. When it finally hits the ground, you stood there half in fading light, like you were never meant to fight or stay inside this fragile scene between what is and what has been. And silence did the speaking for us without a need to trust. We didn't say goodbye at all, just let the quiet softly fall between your steps and mine that night. Everything lost its fight. We didn't say goodbye, just knew that nothing here was truly new. And somehow in that silent air, you were still there. Streetlights blurred into the rain, like they forgot our names again. And I walked home without a sound, with pieces of you all around, but none of it felt sharp or wrong, just like a fading gentle song that ends before it says goodbye and never asks you why. Maybe love is not a door that closes anymore. We didn't say goodbye at all, just watch the final shadow fall. And in that quiet drifting space, I still see your face. Umbrellas open like soft wings under gray and drifting things. People pass without a sound, like they never touch the ground. Puddles carry broken skies, reflecting all the quiet lies that everything will stay the same. But nothing really feels the same, and I just walk without a plan, through water slipping through my hand. Umbrella dreams in slow motion fall, no one's rushing at all. Even footsteps fade to gray as they slowly drift away. Umbrella dreams hold me near in this rain-soaked atmosphere, where the world forgets to be too loud for me. A neon sign begins to blur, like it doesn't know what for. It glows and fades and glows again, like memory in the rain. I don't belong to anywhere, but somehow I still care about the shape of falling light in this endless night. Maybe drifting is a way to find where I should stay. Umbrella dreams keep floating slow, wherever broken rivers go, and I become the passing rain, again and again. Wet pavement holds the fading light, like it remembers every night. Each reflection bends and breaks, like memory gently shakes. Footsteps echo soft and thin, like something deep within is trying not to disappear, but still is never here. And I just listen as I go to what the silence seems to know. The sound of wet pavement sings of forgotten little things. Every step a drifting line between your world and mine. The sound of rain beneath my feet makes everything incomplete, but somehow that's enough for me to simply be. A car light passes like a wave through stories I don't need to save. It bends the world into a dream that never ends or seems. I walk without a single goal, just rain and a wandering soul, and everything I thought I knew feels quiet and new. Maybe nothing needs to last to make a gentle pass. eyes, and I dissolve into the sound of nowhere found. The rain finally learns to stop, like it was waiting for this drop. The cafe empties, light grows thin, and everything begins within. No sound, no voice, no asking why, just softest pieces of the sky that slowly dry and disappear. Believe a feeling still here, and I don't feel the need to run. It feels like everything is done. The rain finally stops for me, and I can finally see all the things I couldn't hold in the silence growing cold. The rain finally lets me go, and I don't even feel alone. Just a quiet open space where nothing needs a place. Is empty, chair is bare, but something lingers in the air. Not sadness, not regret, just time that no longer feels like mine. And I stand up, slow and light, like I've learned how to be alright without the weight of what was said, or everything that's dead. Maybe healing is just air that doesn't ask you where. The rain has stopped, but I remain, softly changed by every pain. And I walk out through the door, not needing more. Orange fire and purple haze, final glow of summer days. Birds are flying to their nests, where the tired spirit rests. Goodbye to the sinking sun, now the day is finally done. Stars will come to take its place, with a soft and silent grace. Steam is rising like a thought that I almost caught, but it slips away again, like a voice without an end. Empty chairs across the room hold the shape of silent bloom, like someone left but never gone, just stretched into the dawn. And I don't ask who they were, just let the feeling stir. Steam and empty chairs remain, softly blurred by falling rain. Nothing here is truly still, but it moves without a will. Steam and memory collide somewhere deep inside, and I sit between the sound where nothing is fully found. The window paints a gray, slow sky that never asks me why. I'm sitting here without a word, just listening to what's unheard. A cup becomes a small worldview, where everything feels slightly new. Even silence has a tone when you're not alone. Maybe presence doesn't need a body to be seen. Steam and empty chairs stay warm through the calm before the storm, and I dissolve into the air without a single care. I thought the rain would wash it out, but something still is floating about. A memory without a face that never found its place. The ground is wet, but I remain somewhere inside the after rain, between what leaves and what stays here. A feeling I can't make clear, and I don't chase what doesn't stay. It fades a different way. Something left in the rain tonight is softer than the fading light. Not a name, not a sound, just something not yet found. Something left I can't define, but it still feels like mine. In the quiet after storm, it takes form. The wind is slow, the air is thin, like everything begins again, but not the way it used to be. It's something I can't see. The night forgets to hold its shade as morning starts to softly wake. The rain is thinner than before, like it doesn't want to pour. A pale light touches broken glass of everything that couldn't last, but still it feels like something new is quietly breaking through. And I don't know what stays or goes, but something gently grows. Slow return of morning sudden sound, just light falling to the ground, and I am somewhere in between what is and what has been. The cafe is no longer near, but somehow still feels here. Inside the way the air now moves, as if it slowly improves. Ivy on the rusted gate, where the quiet shadows wait. Roses blooming out of sight in the dawning of the light. Only I can find the key to the place I want to be. Hidden world of leaf and vine, this sanctuary is mine. Rain begins its quiet talk on glass where strangers used to walk. Each drop a soft forgotten name that never quite feels the same. A cup of warmth, the fading light held gently in the edge of night. I watch the world become a blur, like nothing here is really sure. And I don't need to understand, just let the silence take my hand. Rain on the cafe window slow tells me everything I know. Nothing rushes, nothing stays, everything just drifts away. Rain on glass, don't stop your song, even if I don't belong. In this moment soft and blue, I am here with you. A spoon is drawing silver lines through all my half-forgotten times. The chair beside me feels so near, like someone once was sitting here. But memory is just a trace that slowly fades without a face. And still I find a quiet grace in this empty space. Maybe loneliness is just a way to learn to trust. Rain on the cafe glass still sings of all the quiet, fragile things. And I don't need to be more than this moment in my hands. train hums softly in the rain, like it remembers no pain. Windows blurred in silver lines between the endless passing times. I sit with thoughts I cannot name, that never quite feel the same as anything I left behind, or anything I try to find. And I don't ask where it goes, I just follow how it flows. Quiet train to somewhere soft, where the world feels gently lost. Every station fades to gray, then quietly drifts away. Quiet train, don't arrive, just keep this feeling alive. Between nowhere and somewhere, I can breathe the air. Seats are filled with fading light, of stories from another night. No one speaks, but still we share a floating kind of air. Outside the world is moving fast, but nothing really seems to last. Inside this moving lullaby, I almost learned to fly. And maybe motion is the key to learning stillness silently. Quiet train keeps rolling slow to a place I'll never know, and in its rhythm I become completely undone. Old stone walls and wooden beams, woven from my childhood dreams. Hillside where the grass is long, where I heard my mother's song. Take me back to yesterday, where the children used to play. Though the years have moved along, in my heart I still belong. Golden rays upon the wooden floor, dust is dancing by the kitchen door. Waking up with a sleepy gentle sigh, the world is soft beneath the morning sky. I hear the kettle starting to sing, a little peace is what the shadows bring. Warmest cup held in my two hands, a quiet breeze, no heavy plans. Whimsical notes floating in the air, a little magic found everywhere. Just for a moment, time stands still in this small cafe on the hill. White steam rising, slow and sweet, watching people on the cobblestone street. An old book rests on the wicker chair, I find a story in the stillness there. No need to rush, no need to run, just me and the light light of the rising sun. Warmest cup held in my two hands. A quiet breeze, no heavy plans. Whimsical notes floating in the air. A little magic found everywhere. Just for a moment, time stands still in this small cafe on the hill. The scent of beans and freshly baked bread. All the worries fading from my head. It's a simple day, a brand new start, with a gentle rhythm in my heart. Warmest cup held in my two hands. A quiet breeze, no heavy plans. Whimsical notes floating in the air. A little magic found everywhere. Just for a moment, time stands still in this small cafe on the hill. Stay a while, let the morning stay in this quiet golden way. Click, clack on the iron rail, through the dark and through the hail. Yellow windows in the night, carrying a steady light. Going somewhere far and new, underneath the midnight blue. Sleeping soundly in my seat, rhythm of the metal beat. Rain begins to write again on the window pane in slow refrain. Every drop a tiny beat, like forgotten hearts repeat. The ceiling hums a distant tune, like a silver afternoon. I sit inside the passing sound, where old emotions come around. And I don't try to stop the flow, I just let the rhythm grow. Little clock of rain keeps time between your heart and mine, ticking softly through the air, like a memory we share. Little clock of rain won't lie, even if I don't know why. It just tells me where I've been and begins again. The world outside turns watercolor gray, but I don't look away. There's comfort in the falling skies, like they understand my eyes. A chair, a light, a fading thought of everything I once forgot. Yet somehow I still feel near to everything that's here. Maybe rain is just a way to help the silence stay. A little clock of rain still sings of invisible fragile things. Every drop becomes a sign that the world is still aligned. Little clock of rain, don't fade, stay within the world you made. Even when the storm is gone, you keep the time on. And when the sky forgets to cry, I'll still hear it passing by. A story incomplete under rain and heartbeat. Tower on the jagged rock, through the storm and through the shock, guiding ships across the foam, leading every traveler home. Steady beam against the dark, every soul a tiny spark, faithful light above the sea, always watching over me. The rain is softer than before, like it has nothing left in store. A final cup of fading light that doesn't want to end the night. The cafe feels too big to still, time forgot its own will. And I'm sitting here alone, with memories turned into stone. And nothing tries to stay the same, it only learns to change its name. Last cup of rain between my hands, where everything once gently stands, but now it drifts, it slips away, like it was never meant to stay. Last cup of rain, don't ask me why, even goodbye feels shy, and I just sit and let it be what it becomes of me. Your voice is almost out of reach, like waves that never learn to teach. Just watch the shore and disappear, but leave the echo still here. I stir the silence dance with my spoon, like I'm trying to hold the moon, but everything just bends and breaks in all the quiet that it makes. Maybe endings are just slow ways for love to let us go. Last cup of rain remains inside these quiet, gentle pains, and I don't try to understand. I just let go of what I had. If we meet again in rain, would we speak or feel the same? Would your eyes still recognize the quiet that never dies? Or will we pass like strangers do, not knowing what we once went through? Just two reflections on a street where memories and weather meet. And I don't know what I would say if yesterday came back today. If we meet again in rain, would it still feel like your name, calling softly through the gray, pulling time the other way? If we meet again somehow, will we even know it now, or just dissolve into the air like we were never there? The rain might blur our borrowed past, make everything too fast to last, and maybe that is how it should. Not bad, not wrong, just understood. Two shadows passing without sound on streets where nothing is found. Maybe meeting is just space that time cannot replace. If we meet again in rain, I won't ask you to explain. I'll just stand and let it be what it wants to be. If we meet again in rain, would we speak or feel the same? Would your eyes still recognize the quiet that never dies? Or will we pass like strangers do, not knowing what we once went through? Just two reflections on a street where memories and weather meet. And I don't know what I would say if yesterday came back today. If we meet again in rain, would it still feel like your name, calling softly through the gray, pulling time the other way? If we meet again somehow, will we even know it now, or just dissolve into the air like we were never there? The rain might blur our borrowed past, make everything too fast to last, and maybe that is how it should. Not bad, not wrong, just understood. Two shadows passing without sound on streets where nothing is found. Maybe meeting is just space that time cannot replace. forgets to move, like it lost its steady groove. Light is bending through the rain, like it doesn't know my pain. A cup is left half full of time between your silence and my mind, and everything feels slightly out of what this place is about. And I don't try to fix the air, I just exist somewhere. Half-forgotten afternoon under a pale and drifting moon. Nothing really starts or ends, it just bends. Half-forgotten, soft and slow, wherever feelings go, I stay inside the in-between of what has been. The chairs are speaking without sound of everyone who came around, but now they fade into the wood, like maybe they never stood. The afternoon forgets to move, like it lost its steady groove. Light is bending through the rain, like it doesn't know my pain. A cup is left half full of time between your silence and my mind, and everything feels slightly out of what this place is about. And I don't try to fix the air, I just exist somewhere. Half-forgotten afternoon under a pale and drifting moon. Nothing really starts or ends, it just bends. Half-forgotten, soft and slow, wherever feelings go, I stay inside the in-between of what has been. The chairs are speaking without sound of everyone who came around, but now they fade into the wood, like maybe they never stood. Deep within the emerald shade, where the mossy path is laid, hidden paths and ancient roots, echoes of the wooden flutes. Can you hear the forest breathe? Flowers bloom and spirits weave. Nature holds a steady hand in this green and quiet land. Higher than the tallest tower, peace is all I hope to find. I am drifting on the clouds, far above the busy crowds. Winds are cold but heart is warm, safe within the quiet storm. I stepped outside without a plan, just rain and light I couldn't stand. The cafe fades behind the glass, like something that was made to pass. The stairs are wet, the air is thin, like everything begins within a different world I used to know, but never really called my home. And I don't turn, I don't return, I let the quiet burn. Cold light on the stairway falls, no answer when the silence calls, just footsteps mixing with the rain that never says your name again. Cold light, don't ask me why, I don't even try to hold on to what is gone. I just move on. Asleep with secrets it will always keep, and I am just a passing trace in this unfamiliar place. Steam is curling in the air like a thought without a care, mixing with the falling rain, softly calling back again. The light is weak but still alive, like it's trying to survive inside this small cafe world where time feels slightly curled, and I just breathe it in slow, letting everything go. Coffee steam and rainlight glow tells me things I already know, that nothing stays the same for long, but still feels like a song. Coffee steam, don't disappear, stay a moment here before the silence takes its place in this space. The spoon draws circles in the cup like it's trying to wake me up, but I am somewhere not quite here, just floating near. The room is louder without sound, like something lost but still around. Your shape is gone but not erased, it It lingers in the empty space. I talk to air I used to share, as if you might still be there. But answers never come to me, just echoes of what used to be. And I pretend it's still the same, but nothing calls your name. After you disappeared from here, everything feels too clear, like I can see what I ignored, but cannot hold anymore. After you, the rain still falls, but it doesn't feel like coals, just water learning how to leave what I believe. The table holds a quiet mark of conversations in the dark, but even that begins to fade like something gently unknown.